All right, I'm live way early in the day, like super early in the day. So, not sure if you guys are gonna get y'all notifications. Not sure, who all is gonna be here because I'm so freaking early. But I didn't want to do this as a video. I wanted to do this as a live stream so it doesn't mess with my algorithm and stuff because it's already boinked up like really bad because I took a month off. But I did want to come on here and talk about my comment from my video yesterday and the comments I was getting. So let's see. I guess I'm gonna start. I'm gonna go ahead and start because I'm pretty sure it's not gonna be that many people in here because it's so early. And also, I'm not in my studio. I'm at my apartment, and it's so noisy out here. So it may be some background noise. So I apologize in advance. But we're just gonna get into it. So yesterday I did. Hey guys. Hey guys. Hey Kira. Hey Miss Crumpler. Hi you guys. Hey Green TB. And you grow girl, yes. Unfortunately, it's a live about some BS. So, um, but we do gotta get into some things from what I said yesterday on my video. So yesterday, on my video, on my review, I said something about Biggie and hey guys, I see y'all coming in. Dang, this is actually more people than I thought, even though it's just still like 30 people. Like, I usually don't even have nobody on my daytime live streams. Hey guys. So let's go ahead and play. Hold on, let me take this off and let me put it back on because I don't have the thing. Stop the screen and let's bring it back with the audio. Boom. Okay. So this is what I said yesterday that seems to have some people like confused. And we're gonna go over this real quick because y'all know if y'all been here for a while, y'all know I do not play about certain things and I don't like to be misunderstood when it comes to certain things either. So let me see if I can find it real quick. Holding on for
I buy the same products you do,
ad,
only I
not
get
the
them
ad.
much cheaper.
Such BS. Not the freaking ad, but how's y'all Thursday morning going? When I get done with this, I'm going straight to freaking Starbucks to get me a nice cafe latte with almond milk, vanilla, and some toffee nut. What's y'all Starbucks order? What's y'all Starbucks order? And are y'all going today? Cause I love me some Starbucks now. Like it's so bad for my teeth, but I love me some Starbucks. We're just waiting on this ad to finish. Oh, I can skip it. Okay, here we go. All right. Let's see. Spanish, and this is the first time I've understood, especially out in the West. Where we at right Natalie, she's talking all this Spanish, and Natalie laughing doing. So I'm starting to get tired of Biggie. I'm pretty sure you would say it. So I'm that son of she and Biggie talked, and that Stunner Girl asked Biggie if there's a problem they need to fight out, and Biggie said no. There's no point, no. Stunner, well, don't think you better than me because you laid on your back and got it quicker than I did. What is it that she got quicker than you? Because Dunkin' Donuts. I've never had coffee from Dunkin' before. Milk makers, especially out in the laughing like she to this N word. My girl. Okay, here we go. Here we go. Right here. This is what I said. That seemed to have some people confused. So let's get into it. Laugh she be doing. So I'm starting to get tired of Biggie with the overuse of this N word. My girl, ain't you Dominican? Both parents or just one? Because you sure do use this word a lot. Biggie threatening. All right. So I don't know. That got some people like they got their pennies all twisted up and their ass cracked. So let me further explain, my stance on that and what I was saying, and let's get it popping. So if you guys don't know, I know a lot of y'all are new here. Hi, my name is Sage. I am African American, but I'm also Puerto Rican. Okay, so me, myself, and I am part Latina. Okay, so I understand that there are Afro Latinos, and I understand, Afro Latino is kind of like the equivalent to African American. Like slaves were not just dropped off in America; they were dropped off all around the Caribbean, all in Latin America. Like there is no need to school me on that. Like I really do appreciate people, trying to correct something they thought needed to be corrected. Like I am not above being corrected. I am not above being educated. Like the comment section is there for a reason. That's cool. But that's not what I was saying. I wasn't saying Biggie isn't black. Like she's obviously black, and I've always known that she's black. And I'm very much so of the understanding that there are black Latinos. Like it's not just black Americans. There are black people. I I get the difference between race and ethnicity. Like race is a social construct based off phenotype. Ethnicity, culture, like it's two different things. I completely understand that. Now, I know that a lot of y'all probably don't know, didn't know that's what we were here to talk about today, but I just got to get that together. You said they don't have no business telling you what to say anyway. Exactly. Like, that's the thing too. In the comment section, like there were some like black people trying to like they thought that it was a need to correct me and everything, and I appreciate them. But there were also some non-black people like trying to troll and trying to be funny and petty and like, well, I'm not black, I'm Polish, but I can still come in here and I can say what I feel like. Like literally, that's a comment that I had got, and I'm like, no, you can't. You're blocked. You're deleted. Like your comment is going. Have a nice day or have a bad day, whichever day you deserve. I don't care. So listen, just so we're clear, y'all, I have to do this at least once a year, and I don't shy away from these type of conversations. Like it's cool, but let's just go. Let's do a quick flashback, okay? Just so y'all can see for the people in the back, all the way in the back. I been knew the difference, and I been knew Biggie was black. Okay, like older Italian mafia boss wife or some shit. Like Dina, I don't know. Dina seems like she cool. On the other hand, we have Natalie's mom, Karen. Now I find it funny how Natalie did all that talking about how her mom isn't white, she's Puerto Rican, just for her mom to be a white Puerto Rican named Karen. It ain't nothing wrong with that, Natalie. Like just accept that you are biracial. It's okay, babe. I'm surprised. All right. So my very, very first review that I did, in the first like 5 minutes, I made it clear that I knew the difference between race and ethnicity, obviously, because I called Natalie's mom a white Puerto Rican. Right? So I would assume, based off of my first video, my first review I did, 6 reviews later, we're on episode 7 now, that it would be of common sense on my channel, common knowledge on my channel that Sage knows the difference. Right? Now I get it. Like a lot of people weren't there. A lot of people, other times I've had to speak about this issue or whatever. People that are here watching my Baddies reviews, y'all ain't been here from 2020, 2021, 2022 when I've talked about this previously before in the past. I get it. I don't expect y'all to know that. But I do expect y'all to have at least watched episode 1 of my review. I don't feel like I have to come through and explain my stance on this topic or what I do and don't know every single time. You know what I'm saying? Like clearly from episode 1, I know the difference. So there we go. Like I clearly, like we could. Now, when I said what I said, like let's go back and let's listen to exactly what I said. Okay. 7 episodes, and it's really tiring. Door, as well as Natalie, and they're just calling out for Biggie to stop because Biggie is on one. And Tommy actually holding on for dear life in that little bitty shirt. Biggie with her Spanish, but know what this girl is saying. Girl, you just laughing because you laugh at everything. It don't matter who you talking about. Ain't you Dominican? Doing. So I'm starting to get tired of Biggie with the overuse of this N word. My girl, ain't you Dominican? Both parents or just one? Because you sure do use this word a lot. Biggie. Okay, now with that being said, now let's go back. Let's do another flashback, just for those who don't get it. Flashback to January 21st, 2021. It's really not that big of a deal. It's that simple. It's just it becomes a big deal when you have people like Danny Lay who want to use African American language like Yellowbone to describe herself when she is not a black Latino or Latina, excuse me. She is a white Latina. I don't give a damn about the 12% that she has in her ancestry. Some of those, depending on where you get your ancestry results from, your results may vary. She could take that comments that I get, like I even got a comment before talking about how I'm lying to my people, I'm lying to my subscribers, my viewers, claiming to be black when I'm really a mixed woman. Hold on, we're gonna go back to that, but I want to get to the second part where I was talking about Dominicans. To do like I was, since Biggie is a Dominican, I wasn't trying to make any points like I'm trying to make now, but ever since I put that black, do these videos and it's just like a war, and it's like for what? freaking black. And at the end of it all, like when we're looked at as black people. No matter how much percentage we have of something else, no matter if we're from if we were born here in America, if we're from Africa, if we're from Guinea, if we're from Ghana, if we're from Kenya, or if we're from Latin America, whether it be Cuba, whether it be Puerto Rico, whether it be the Dominican Republic or wherever else, Costa Rica, we're black. It don't matter where the fuck we came from. It don't matter what accent we have. It don't matter if we're light skin or dark skin or medium, if we're Beyonce color, if we're Lupita color. It don't matter if we have a nose that is more so. All right, so you get the gist, right? You get the gist. So what is my stance? What do I think Biggie is based off of what I just said there? What I previously said, Biggie's obviously black, right? Now, what I said is, why do you use this word so much? Why I'm tired. I said that I'm tired of the overuse of her using the N-word. That's what I said. I didn't say she can't say the word. I didn't say she's not black. I said, why does she keep overusing the N-word? Now that part I was serious about. Like, why does she keep overusing this word? She's the only person who keeps overusing this word. I don't think I heard anyone else use this word. I mean, most of this cast is black. If they say it, they say it. But I'm just saying, damn. Every time you getting excited and everything, oh, not my nigga. Oh, not my nigga. Like, she Biggie, and that's the thing too. Biggie is who she is. Her voice is how it is. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But I'm just saying, like, she overuses the word. And if you hear what I just said, I didn't even say the word. Like, I left out the G's, because me personally, I don't even feel comfortable saying that word. That word is not even a part of my vocabulary. I don't even say that. So that's what I was asking. Like, why are you overusing it? And that was the I ain't gonna say serious. That was like the following that was, I said, ain't you Dominican? Is it just one parent or just one? Now, when I said that, that was not to be taken that serious. Like, I'm just talking shit. Like, I feel like most of y'all probably understood that I was just talking shit. At the end of the day, this is a literal reality show on a subscription service called Zeus Network that was just created 5 years ago. We paid $5.99 for this mess. Okay. Everybody on here, they fight, they argue, there's no substance. It's not to be taken that serious. My reviews are for entertainment purposes only. Now, if this was a show of more substance, or if they actually got to a topic that was a real life topic and we had to talk about something such as race, then yeah, I'm gonna really be serious. So we can really get into it and we can really talk about it. But what I said on my review yesterday was for entertainment purposes only. Like, yes, I do have a stance on people saying the N-word, whether it's black people, whether it's African American, non-African American, and especially non-black people. However, I wasn't even thinking that deep when I said what I said. Feel me? Do y'all feel what I'm saying? Let me know in the comments if you feel what I'm saying. Nikki, you said Cardi used it too much too. We're gonna get into that just a little bit. Exactly. Most Spanish people, well, I'll say Hispanic. Because let's just use the technical terms, because his Spanish is used for people from Spain who are European. So let's just be technical just for the sake of the video. Like, y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? Y'all feel me? I'm not sure where the disconnect happened in the video. Maybe I should have explained it more afterwards, but it's like, bro, I clearly know that this girl is black. Nobody in their right mind is looking at Biggie and thinking she's anything other than black. Like, like, I'm not really trying to come with no bad energy, because at the end of the day, like I said, threatening the production team, trying to correct what they thought was an issue, but it was never an issue. Mimi, you'll have to rewind the live stream to see what I said. Chrislyn, you said, oh, when you said I was feeling you because she always saying the word. Exactly. Like, that was it, and that was all. Like, that was it, and that was all. Now, we being a technical, if y'all want to know, like, if we really want to go there, me personally, this is how I feel. At the end of the day, like, I don't use the word. Nobody around me uses that word, whether black or any other race. It's just not part of my vocabulary. I don't allow people to call me that because I just don't feel like I am that. So that's just not a part of my everyday. I know other Black people use it. Do I care that other Black people use it no matter where they're from? No, I don't. They're Black. They can say whatever the fuck. I'm not the N-word police. I'm not out here like, oh, you said nigga, you finna come. See, I didn't say the word. But typically, I wouldn't even say that. But like, oh, you said the N-word, like, I'm gonna call the police. Like, it's never like, I'm not the N-word police. I can't, I can't fight everybody that says the word, no matter your race or whatever. Like, I'm not like, it just is what it is. It's a word that is commonly used amongst Black people, whatever. But I do feel like ethnic wise, and that's why I brought up Biggie's ethnicity, regardless if I was being serious or not, ethnic wise, I feel like, yes, the N word was used in other countries, not just America. However, it's heavily associated with Black Americans. Heavily, right? Just as there's other words that I will not say that are heavily associated with Black Latinos that were used in the same way that the N word was used against us here in America, right? But even if let's say in Dominican Republic, let's say their slur word is Coke bottle or something, like, because I'm not going to say the actual word. Let's say that Coke bottle was a word used the same way that the N word was used here in America, whatever, right? But they took that word back and now that's a word they call each other or whatever. Me, as someone who's not Dominican, I would never come to the Dominican Republic and start using that word, whether I'm Black or not. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel like it should cross over both ways. Like, I'm not going to the Caribbean, I'm not going to the Bahamas, and whatever, like whatever word that's intricate to people of the Caribbean or whatever. Like, I'm not coming over there to use those words because I'm not that. I'm not from the Caribbean. The thing is that the N word has been used. It has been made so into a free word, and it's so loose, and like anybody can use it, and it's just like universal almost at this point. Whereas other words that have other words that are loaded, that have the same backing behind it, that have that same racist backing behind it, those words have more of a tighter leash on it. And you can't just go anywhere and start saying that, no matter who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I personally feel like the N word should be the same way. But that is my own opinion as Sage, right? So overall, I know what world I live in. I know the society I live in. And I know the community that I live in as a Black person, that people are going to say it. So I don't have no problem with Biggie saying that. I was just like, damn, why do you keep using that word so much? Ain't you Dominican? I felt like you could hear in my voice that I was like not that serious. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. People feel the need to make things into a race war, and I'm not having that. It's not. Hold on. Let me give y'all the call-in link, because you can call in if you want to. There's a call-in link for you guys. So you don't have to show your face, but you do have to. I think you do have to allow the camera to have access, but you can turn the camera off. But yeah, pretty much like that's it. And then let me go here back to this that I have here on the Europe, because even you guys know that I do my talks with Mahir in the after show or whatever, and he even brought it up himself. He was like, he didn't bring up the N-word or anything like that, but he was just talking about Biggie and like, why did she always speak Spanish? Like, why does she feel the need to speak Spanish? And he himself felt like maybe she was playing up her accent and stuff like that for whatever reason. And he didn't mean anything, crazy, but this is what I had to say to that. Hold on. I know it's people in my background, but I can't control it, y'all.
Need special subtitles for her. And I'm not trying to sound like disrespectful or rude. I just really don't understand what she's saying. And I don't think that that's her legit accent. I think she's like doing too much to sound different. I don't know. I hope nobody takes that as like disrespect.
No, like, listen, some people really do, especially like Black girls who are Latina, or not Black girls, let me not say girls, Black people who are Latina.
Yeah.
Sometimes they go through their lives without being recognized as Hispanic or Latino because they're Black. And
Right.
so a lot of times they try to make up for it by trying to sound even more. Okay. So the people outside are playing music now, but they usually don't play it for too long. They usually leave. So hopefully they do that. If y'all can hear. Um, but I mean, if you feel like he wrong, I mean, he knows that people, people gonna have their opinion. So I'm pretty sure he don't mind me playing that. But you're entitled to feel like you're wrong, of course. I'm gonna let y'all in, Kevin and Nia Love. Let me look at the comments real quick. Said I think she used the word to bully people to seem. I don't know if we're talking about Biggie there. Um, Says who can't say it? Biggie. Biggie can say whatever. She's Black. She can say whatever. Spanish people in New York use the N-word so fluently. I know, I've heard that. That's crazy. Y'all know I'm originally from California, but I grew up mostly in Alabama. I live in Alabama. And here I don't know, it's mostly Mexicans, and I don't know not one Mexican that would ever say that word around me. Not one. The people that want to be offended will be regardless. You didn't mean anything by it. Exactly. Like, I know, but it's just, I feel like, if one person says it, then at least 1,000 more people must have the same, question. So if I have 10 people saying that in the comments, in my mind, there's at least 5 to 10,000 people who, maybe I didn't have 5 to 10,000 people to watch this specific video, you know what I'm saying? But it's way more, like it's like 500 more, 1,000 more people who are out there who have the same type of, question, because those comments got likes from people who didn't comment. So for every comment that there's more people who feel the same way who are not commenting. So for me personally, I just try to keep like an understanding on my channel, even though I feel like I have to do this every year. You have to tell people, listen, I'm African American and I'm Puerto Rican myself. Like, I went through my own journey. I had to learn what the difference is myself so I could understand where the fuck my people came from. I know, like, I get it. Like, I'm not the one y'all think I am. Like, save that for the people who really ignorant in the back. All right, Kevin, I'm gonna add you on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. How are everyone doing? Good afternoon in New York City, because it's afternoon here. Afternoon just started. Yeah. So honestly, it's so ironic that you made this video, you made this live stream, because I was just thinking about this when I was watching the show. I was like, where is Biggie from? And then to find out that she's Dominican, and then like the way how she overuses like the N word, I'm like, this makes a lot of sense. And I was just like thinking about it because the topic overall was coming to me. For me, honestly, I think the thing when people say things like Biggie isn't black, Biggie is Dominican, it's because of this two things. It's because I think in the United States, like I know it's like I know the show is not like too political to like get into it, but like when this conversation kind of gets up, you kind of have to bring it to it. Is because in the United States they always synonymous, like they always made the word black and African American synonymous with each
Unanimous,
other.
yeah, with the interchangeable.
Yeah, they used to make it very interchangeable. And it kind of like ingrained a lot of people into thinking that like that's the way it is. So when you have black people from other nations, that's why you'll have the whole I'm not black, I'm Dominican, I'm not black, I'm Panamanian, I'm not black, I'm Nigerian. And it's just like, no, you are black. It's just that you're not black American, you're not African American.
Yeah, your race is black, but your ethnicity, you're not African American. You're
Yeah.
Nigerian or whatever else. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think that's where the issue comes is that how much that has ingrained everyone into thinking that like the word black is synonymous with African American, and also
Mm-hmm.
because of like how as someone who's from New York City and someone who's both Jamaican and African American, I know this all too well that there is a thing, and this may upset a few people, there is a thing that a lot of black communities outside of African American, communities and cultures, there is a thing of looking at African Americans differently, like kind of
Mm-hmm.
looking down on them, because there is a specific like racism that African Americans deal with that other black immigrants won't deal with. Like
Mm-hmm.
every black person deal with racism all around, but there's something about African Americans that they deal with that is like there's something. It's like that in the negative.
Kevin, you still there? Hold on. I wonder if because I added Nia, if that did something. Okay, I'm gonna let you get yourself together. I don't know what happened. Just let me know if you figure that out. Okay, Nia.
Hey.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Okay, so I'm from New York too. Not born and raised, but I'm from New York after I came to America. But right now I live in Virginia. But he said something that I wanted to pick up off because I got excited when he said it, when he was saying that he feels that African Americans that, are from here get treated differently than blacks that are not originally from, or, part of like American and whatever. But for me, I was born in Dominican Republic, but my mom is also Haitian. Like my dad's Dominican, my mom is Haitian. So I was born in Dominican Republic. And then when I was around 4, my parents divorced and my mom moved back to Haiti. And I lived there till I was about 7 because she left me down there. So when I came to America, a lot of times growing up, it's like people, because I didn't speak English at first. So when people would meet me, of course I look like I'm dark skinned. So people would be like, okay, like they'll talk to me regular. And then the minute I open my mouth, it's like they change their narrative with me. Like, oh, you're not black. And I'm like, no, I'm black. Like,
right.
I'm black. What are you talking about? And they were like, no, you're not black. Like you're Hispanic. And I'm like, but what color am I? Like, I'm the same color as you. Right. I go by what people look like. I don't care about your nationality, whatever. Like, I respect where you come from, but I'm not about to sit here and be like, okay, but because you're Spanish black, I'm gonna just say you're not black. No, you're black. So I'm like, do you know that we had slaves in my country too? Like, what are you talking about? Like, we have the same roots. It's just we were in different places. So I'm not going to tell myself that, oh, I'm different than you because my hair is probably a little curlier and looser than yours. But, oh, we have the same color. I don't care about none of that. So when he said that, it's true. Because there's been moments where, like, me and my best friend, she's 2 of my best friends. One is Puerto Rican and black, but she's Southern black. Like, she looks more African American than anything else. And then I have another friend who's just African American. And I remember we went to the store one time, and because we will always go to that store separately, they've never seen us together. So when we went there together, the guy, he's super nice to me. But like with them, she's like, I hate this dude. Like every time we come to the store, he always got somebody following us, or like he looking at us funny or whatever. And he was white. Wow. And it's weird. And I'm like, that's crazy. Because every time I go in there, he's like, oh, what's going on? Beautiful. And blah, blah, blah. Then I realized that they have this weird fetish. Like you could be black, but if you're what they call exotic black, then they treat you different than, African Americans. And I'm like, that's how they try to separate us even more. Like first it's the color thing, right? Then it's okay, we'll separate you by color. You're light skin, you're darker skin. Cool. Now that's not enough because now we have others coming from other countries. So now I'm gonna tell you, okay, yeah, you're dark skin, right? But you're different because you're pretty dark skin because you're exotic. Because I get that a lot. Like, oh my God, you're so exotic looking. I'm like, I'm black. I look like Keisha down the street. Stop playing with me, bro. Like what are you talking about? And it's even worse when like I go places and I tell them my name, like my full name, and they're like, wait a minute, that's a Spanish last name. Like you sound so different. And I'm like, if I had said Johnson, what would have been the difference? I could have still been Dominican and had a Johnson last name.
Right. Like that doesn't determine anything. And to what you just said, like I do notice that too around like I don't really date men, but back in my day, you know what I'm saying? Like I remember I was talking to this one guy and my mom had called me, and my mom is obviously biracial. And so she called and her picture came up, and then he was like, that's your mom? I said, yeah. He was like, y'all look just alike. I said, yeah. He said, but she don't look black. I said, well, she not.
That's like my mom, because even though my mom's the Haitian one, my mom is actually the light-skinned one. Like, she's really bright. So like when people see her, they're like, you guys have the same face, but she's like, oh, your mom's Dominican. I'm like, no. And if I show you my dad, he looks like an African, bro. And I'm like, he's Dominican. Like, he's the actual Dominican in the group. And everyone's like, how? And I'm like, what do you mean? Have you ever been to DR?
Girl, like it's so much ignorance to it. And it's just like when it spills over into my channel, it makes me so irritated because it's like, I have to have this conversation. We have to come, which is a good thing because now, you know, like, I don't think I've ever talked to you on here, but like I get to meet so many of you guys and we get to have a conversation. But before I got on here, like, I was kind of pissed off. So
I bet.
It's so like, it's just, it gets me heated a little bit because it's like, and then a lot of people will come here, like if I say something about Biggie or whatever, and y'all start talking or whatever, like how I said, I don't know if I said this in a live already, but since I first started making these reviews, obviously I don't really favor Biggie that much. I don't like her.
I don't either. I feel like she's a bad representative of my people, to be honest. Especially as a dark-skinned Dominican, because I was hyped when I seen her, and I was like, yo, finally, they're trying to show that we're not all light-skinned. Like,
because y'all have like Cardi B and Danny Lay, like, you know.
Yeah, and then she comes every second is, yo, what's up, my man? What's up, my man? I'm like, yo, chill out. Like, what's wrong?
Like, girl, please. Like,
and I feel like she constantly talks in Spanish to keep reminding you that she's not black. I don't know why I feel that way, but that's how I feel. Like, she constantly keeps talking in Spanish, so you know that, yo, I'm not one of y'all for real. Like, I'm different. And then like there's no point to always say that. Because me growing up, my mom would not even allow us to say that stuff. It's like, what are you saying? What? Excuse me? Like, I used to be like, my dude. And she, even when I said that, my mom would be like, I know what you're trying to say for real, for real. Yeah. And the thought matters, you know? And I'm like, golly, I can't say nothing. So I get it.
And like someone in the comments was talking about because I played the clip with me and my hair when my hair was saying like he feels like she plays up her accent, and somebody was like, well, he wrong with it because my hair is not black. So I understand like that message coming from someone who isn't black, but my response to him was like, I feel like sometimes with certain black Hispanics, you know, especially if they're dark skinned and don't look the stereotypical Hispanic way, they will play up their Hispanicness. I don't know how to say it. to you know, like to remind everybody else and also I guess themselves, like, yeah, I'm Hispanic or I'm
right. And I definitely agree with that, because as someone that is both Hispanic and like regular Caribbean, like Haitian, I feel like I be playing up my Haitian accent a lot around like my family members, because a lot of times they be like, oh, you don't know. And I'm like, actually, I don't even speak Spanish. I just sound Spanish. I speak more of my mom's language than anything else, because I grew up with her. My parents been divorced, like, and my mom always says it. She's like, I don't understand how you sound like that. And I'm like, I think it's just from, I don't know, genetics. I sound like this. But then there's some days where I sound real Southern. Like, I don't care what my accent sounds like when I'm talking. But a lot of times, like, even my best friend that I told you, like, she's Puerto Rican and black. If I start talking and my accent comes out of nowhere, she starts having an accent. And I'm like, yes, you do not talk like that. And then she's like, I don't know why. Every time you start talking, I start talking like that. I'm like,
well, I do have a couple other people that's trying to get in, so I'm gonna let you go. But I do fully agree with everything that you said, and I'm so glad that you called in, and I hope to see you on the next live stream.
Of course, I'm always watching, and I'm a big supporter. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.
Okay, so like I see some of y'all in the comments, like, you know, Biggie doesn't have to what was y'all saying? Like, well, first of all, Miss Crumpler said, what other shows we be covering? Let me know what y'all want me to cover, because right now when Baddies ends, I really don't know. And also I am going back to doing my female rap content. So I don't know. And I know Sharonda. Oh my God, there's child so loud, so freaking loud. I wonder if they know that they are a side guest in the background to my live streams. Sharonda said transracial. Bye. But to what some of you guys are saying in the comments, like she doesn't have to play up, or she doesn't need to speak Spanish to prove she's different. It's just what she does, who she is. Let's see. Someone else said something similar. Now, I wasn't saying that's why she speaks Spanish, because I don't know Biggie, but I'm just saying sometimes some Hispanics will do that, especially if they've been told all their life, like, you know, you're dark skinned, you're not Hispanic, there's no way you're this or that, whatever else. Because even me growing up, like, because I'm brown skinned, what the fuck? And I had issues like before I stopped getting perms and stuff, and before people knew who my mom was, because I didn't know my mom growing up from certain ages. Like whenever, because I thought it was cool, like, you know, back in the day, like we talking back in the early 2000s. Back in the day, like, yeah, like my dad's black and my mom's they're like, your mom ain't like, your mom is not that, because how, if she that, then why are you brown skinned? Why are you so brown? Like, so I can get why some people who are Hispanic, you know, do that, but I'm not saying necessarily Biggie does. Y'all want to talk about the wigs? We're gonna have to have a whole other live stream. Maybe next Monday when I do my review, we can do a live stream right after, because I don't want to be on here too long. And Biggie has said that she goes between Spanish and English for her fans. I don't know what that means. I guess for her Hispanic fans. And also the last thing I wanted to say, to what Nia was saying, like, we are still doing the podcast. Yes, we skipped out on this week because we both had personal stuff we had to do. Me personally, every time I go to California and I'm around like my California family, that's the family that I have that's mixed, I come back to Alabama with an accent for like 6 months to a year. And I know a lot of people were in my comment section talking about, you sound like Stunner Girl, you sound like Stunner Girl. I don't think I sound like Stunner Girl. I think we both just from California. Nia, shut up. Shut up. Hi, Pink Lady. Miss Sonia. Are you ready? I can take you off until you're ready. It says you're muted. Okay, you have to unmute yourself. Okay. All right,
Hello?
Kevin, we good?
All right. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Oh, okay. Sorry about that. I was like,
good.
I took out my AirPods and like it was still connected. It's stupid.
And just for reference,
yeah.
before you start, Kevin, just for reference, y'all, I do let Kevin talk, you know, probably more than other people, just because Kevin has been here for what, 3 years now?
2 years.
Yeah. And so
Yeah.
Kevin has been here throughout all of you know that I've had this talk multiple times because you were there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember being there, and it's something like that is complicated because it's like because like we're in this world where people still want to have like a narrow-minded lens of what is like blackness sometimes, but it's just like people don't seem to realize like that's not the case entirely. But it's like it's understandable why. Like I could say like my experience being half Caribbean, being half African American, and living in New York City, I know people like Biggie, like the ones who play up that thing of like being like not because it's like playing up their Hispanicness or playing up their Caribbeanness or playing up their Africanness.
Mm-hmm.
And sometimes it can be like a defense mechanism because, like I said before, like every foreign black community collectively, like society has told them, like America has told them, like in order for you to leg up, you gotta look down on these people. These like you're not these blacks. You're not like these American Negroes. You're the good one. You're the smart one. You're the hardworking one. And I think that stuff like that is why that continues to be like so ingrained in our society because that was like a new way of like how racism works. Like prior to that in like the 60s it was always like the Jim Crow law thing. Whereas like after that it was like this new like thing of like you can have equality but there has to be a catch to it. And for most black immigrants they're the catch. Like they're the ones who could be like that's the way to leg up. Like especially in places like New York City where it's like it's so ingrained to be anything but African American. Like if you go to New York City, that's a thing. Like it's cool to be anything. When Flag Day comes, oh God, everyone's showing out. Everyone is showing out. Everyone's showing out. When it's like the Caribbean Day Parade, everyone shows out. When it's the Puerto Rican Day Parade, everyone shows out. But then when that is over, they go back to speaking AAV and Ebonics all day. They go back to listening to hip hop, R&B, jazz. They go back to they go back to having Toni Morrison or Angela Davis or Maya Delangelo as like their quote on like Facebook or on Twitter. They go back to saying stuff like like I'm more Malcolm X than Martin Luther King. Like they'll go back to that weird thing of like copping in and out and in and out. And that's
And that was what I was saying. Like, okay, at the end of the day, like it's kind of like, you wasn't in the kitchen with me water whipping. Like, but you was in the kitchen, it's not my kitchen. We was in two different kitchens. We was both water whipping, but not the same water. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. And the thing is because the world, but specifically the United States, has commodified like African American culture. And they made everyone feel like everybody could just come in and take a piece, because this is not a real ethnicity. This is not a real culture.
Exactly.
This is just a bunch of people. Like this is just something that everyone could just come in and take whatever they want. Like just like you could just like it's like being in the candy shop. You could just take bits and pieces of it, pay $1 or 25 cents for the candy and go about your day. Like they commodify it so badly. And they especially do this to Black immigrants, where they make them feel like, oh, like you are the better one, or these Black Americans are not real. Like they're not a real group. They just came here because they were enslaved and they don't do nothing, when that's not the case at all. They came in here and they created an entirely different culture, a culture that redefined everything around the world, to the point that like when you look at like music outside the United States, it's all like inspired by African American culture. When you go to the UK, for example, like that whole UK scene, the UK drill, grime, all like references to like African American culture. So like when it comes to Biggie, I'm not surprised, because I've been around like Black Latinos and Latinas, being half Caribbean, knowing Caribbean family members like that, even Africans, and of course other non-Black people like that. But I know Black people like that because they've been told like this is not a real culture, this is not real ethnicity. You guys are better. You guys will work harder. And another thing that makes you know that there's not a real ethnicity, that they make it feel that way, is because they know when it comes to other ethnicities, you can't just say Pacific slurs that are against them. Or if you're going to say it, it's because you know that this is a Pacific slur against them. Like if you say something specifically that is offensive specifically to like Caribbeans, you're going to get the backlash of it. Like if you're going to say
that's my point. That was the whole like point. And I wasn't even thinking that deep. But if you want to go that deep, it's like, well, if you want to be technical, like you can't just go here and there and say whatever. But everybody can come say the N word.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Now, I am going to have to wrap this up because I didn't want to be on here longer than an hour. But Kevin, of course, anytime.
Yes. Yeah, I just got back to school after taking a break, and it's like a main thing I'm studying, like because as someone who is both Caribbean and African American, I'm like, no, I want to get into this because it's like this is interesting. Like this is very interesting to see like how the concept of Black America has changed, where it went from being solely African Americans to now it's African Americans, there's Caribbeans, there's Africans, there's African Latinos, there's Black Europeans. Like it's like people need to stop flattening it and just be honest and be talking about it. Like people just need to be more upfront about it, as opposed to just like, oh, we're all Black, we all go through the same thing. It's just like that's true, but to a certain extent, there's certain things that are different for people, and I think people just need to be more open about it instead of just like thinking that everything's so closed, like one note. Like,
yeah, definitely feel you. But I'm gonna go ahead and get to my last couple of points of my live so I can wrap it up. But thank you so much, Kevin. I always appreciate you. You come in and you be giving gems, spilling tea, like really educating us. Thank you so much.
Yes. Well, thank you for having me as always. I love being here.
Love you too. Hope you enjoy your day.
Bye.
Bye-bye. So, Mockery, let me know if I'm saying that right. Said, I can be honest in saying Biggie made me super uncomfortable with her N-word so much last episode. But we as people keep giving everyone, and I mean everyone, a pass now. So what can we do? That was my thoughts exactly. Yeah, I mean, what is going on in the comments? I need to upgrade my my moderators because Jesus Christ, it's a whole karaoke night. We in the booth. We finna get our next TikTok hit down in the comment section for whatever reason. I don't know. Baby, I'm not giving you. You're not gonna get your rap career to take off in my comments. But listen, there was something else that I said in my last review that I don't think most people caught on. Now, and I went live last week, but the live was a bust. It was horrible. So I ended up deleting it. And also it got copyright material, it was copyright infringement. I don't fucking know, y'all. I haven't even eaten yet today, but Kat was playing music in the background, so it got copyright, whatever anyway. So I just deleted it. But and I didn't catch this because in my review I said, why are we worried about Stunna Girl's Samoan, Mexican, Black Chuchi? And the reason why I said that is because of this clip right here.
Stop getting on the internet every day on Beagle, bringing my name up. Stop. I got real hair, bitch. Real Samoan, Mexican, black hair, bitch. Now, while you talking, I don't see how you just big Dominican, bitch, and don't got no motherfucking hair. I don't get it. I don't understand. Bitches want to talk about my hair. Bitch, I got real hair. All them scenes from the last was not a wig, baby. That was me. My hair. Like, what are we?
So yeah, like Stunna's impersonation is funny, but that's the reason why I said that about her Chuchi, Samoan, Mexican, Black Chuchi, because I'm like, Stunna Girl, you was just in the live talking about why she Dominican and don't have good hair, basically. And it ain't like she said, oh, like, you know, this real Mexican hair, this real Samoan hair. She threw in black in there too, because we know black girls, you know, we got some good hair as well, like, period. But I just was side-eyeing this, like, all right, Stunna Girl, like, what you mean now? Why are we talking about hair? Talking to a black girl, you know, as far as racially, Biggie comes off as just a racially black girl, whereas Stunna Girl obviously looks of a mixture of things racially. So it's like, Miss Girl, let's not do that. So I just found it crazy how, you know, what I said about Biggie was the main topic of conversation. However, and I get people may not have been able to pick up on what I was saying, but still, like, nobody said anything about what I said about Stunna Girl. So again, you know, I don't know. Hold on, I'm trying not to play the damn ad because it ain't like I'm getting paid from. Well, am I getting paid? Well, I guess I still am getting paid if I show y'all this ad because it's my video. Well, but anyways, yeah, the comments that I was getting in that last video really just turned me off, and it's like, bro, how do y'all not know what I'm trying to say? Like, I get that my viewers and people in the comments are coming from all over the world, so, you know, or pretty much all over the United States. I don't have too many all over the world, but still, like, I don't see how, just me personally, I just wasn't seeing how that was misconstrued so much to where people felt like I was being ignorant, and they felt like literally people were starting off their comments like, well, I don't mean to be, I say this with love and kindness, but you need a history lesson, you need to be educated. So the difference between and the difference with this is and then you need to put, and I was like, bro, like, fuck is you talking about? All right, friend, I'm gonna let you in. We got like 10 more minutes. And yes, I forgot how to say your name again. That is my fault this time. Like, I'm horrible.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi. I just came up here just to say hi. I could have said it in the comments, but
You're good.
no, I'm not cloud chasing. I just wanted to hear your voice and I'm just say I'll say hi to her. I want to know I'm saying hi, so I'm like hi.
Oh, okay. Well,
You
you
know
know
you.
what? I did have some stuff I wanted to talk to you about because I haven't had the chance to go back and watch your interview, but I do want you to. I don't know if you have Instagram, but my Instagram is the same as my YouTube mentions. It's Sage Okay.
Yeah,
Definitely,
I'll definitely follow. I'll reach out.
yes, because I do have some questions for you.
Oh,
So
what is it? Am I in trouble?
no, I just you'll see. I don't want to say it here because then I'll be giving too much information.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
You know you sound like Latoya Luckett.
Oh, really? I've never heard her talk before. I'm gonna have to go
I,
see.
I I was on a live with her one time. She's really nice. You remind me. Your voice reminds me so much of her.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, that's a compliment. You know, I be trying to sing too a little bit. I don't think I'm there though. She might have me on that one. But we gonna see. I'm gonna go check her out, her voice, and see. But definitely hit me up on Instagram.
I definitely will, but I will leave off with saying this. I think I don't take none of this stuff seriously anymore. I mean, I never did
Right.
from the jump, but I just don't because it's just like it's for TV. They're just doing this just to get us to pay attention. You know, it is what it is. It's their job for now. And Biggie, I just came to realize she's just a character. You know, she's not innocent, but it's like she's playing this role, and even Stun and Rolly even say it. Like she when the cameras come on, she's a whole different character that
Yeah.
everybody complain. She's kind of like the female version of Hot Wheels. Like that's kind of what they were giving. Like no disrespect to him, but it's just like he like it was always something off camera and this then the third, and it's just like I'm just like they are just who they are.
Yeah.
And the last video you did, you left no crumbs and you were 100% on it. And I'm not being biased again because people are like, oh, you being like no, because I'll tell her how a Ti is, but I'm gonna tell you, you said everything that I don't be saying because I just don't really care for the show as much. But you were spot
Yeah.
on with everything that you said and everything that you said. So,
Period.
have you gotten on the Have you are you subscribed to Now That's TV?
Well, yeah, y'all know I work with Now That's TV now. Well, I work with my here in Bad Blood, so
Oh,
I'm
you work with
subscribed.
them?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. They're doing the South Central Playboys. I thought about doing, but I'm like, maybe not for me. I'll see what the first season's giving, but they're most likely going to pick people that they're trying to be like Zeus. Like the show, it's just like give other people that's regular a chance. But I never heard of these boys that's going to be on here, so it's going to be interesting. But I'm not surprised for what they're going to do. But what was I going to say? Have you got a chance to see South Central Baddies?
Oh my God. What's the girl name? The SoCal Barbie. Oh my
Barbie, yeah, I'm not a big fan of her at all. I'm not a big fan of her or her friend, her best friend.
kids, listen, I have so much trouble following the storyline that I really don't know what happened. I just know that last episode was atrocious. We definitely gonna have to get into that. I don't want to get too much off of the topic at hand because I don't have much time. But that's why I want you
Yeah.
to hit me up on Instagram so we can get into some things.
Oh yeah, we definitely will. Okay, I will.
All
All right,
right. So
beautiful. I'm gonna talk to you later. Okay, I'm gonna go back to work before I go home.
okay. Okay. Enjoy your
All right,
day.
stay beautiful.
Oh, thank you. All right, y'all. I have about 7 minutes left that I'll stay on here. I will go through some of y'all's comments. And we can talk a little bit more about the show if you guys want to for the last like little 7 minutes. Because I see y'all already done got started in the comments. I see somebody said y'all still talking about these wigs. I know I keep backing up the video because I want to have something on screen. Razor has the best wigs. Maybe she does, but they keep getting snatched off, don't they? um Stunner don't be tolerating disrespect. People be asking for it. No, she's immature and looking for a fight. I get both. I get both ends. I get both. I get how people see both ends, especially with me being a little. I'm a little older. You know, I'm a little older in my 20s. You know what I'm saying? I definitely think that like how she speaks and how she handles conversations could be worked on. But I do also agree that she really don't be going looking for anything. Like it's kind of like should be happening to her. Um and not you coming with the guns busting, but Tommy did throw that drink, and that's where all this really started. But I will say that Tommy didn't have to throw that drink because that was just extra unnecessary. She was already fighting with what's the girl name, Suki. And if you guys have not watched my previous videos, Stunna and Suki have a history, so that's why that transpired how that did. That had nothing to do with Baddies West or anything like that. And Tommy went ahead and threw that drink. But I will say that Stunna girl needed to understand everybody don't know her. Like you can't just walk up on Tommy and be like, you know who I am. But at the same time, if I'm being honest and playing devil's advocate, that's the kind of energy they were looking for the show anyway. So it's like, you know, well, um, I want her to have a good interview, but Stunna stylist got some work to do. Every time she come on camera, like one, why you ain't wearing socks with your Gucci's, and why you have 3 day woo. Let's see. Low key starting stuff. You think she be starting stuff? How you think she be starting stuff? I think about a cage. I be thinking about a cage. But y'all cool with Barbie saying N-word though? Absolutely not. Not Blueface Barbie? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Not Barbie, not Diamond. Absolutely not. Well, I don't know if you were talking to me. You might be talking to people in the comments, but me personally, no. I was definitely looking at Zeus crazy. Baby, what's going on out there in the parking lots? What's going on in the parking lot? Kat was messy. She shouldn't have tried to amend nothing. And girl, I thought that was veggie. I was gonna say you do not have to do Biggie like that. I was gonna say you do not have to do Biggie like that. Was chilling and Stunna got rocked with blunt in hand. Stunna did kind of get rocked. I'm not gonna lie, but I don't feel like that fight should have happened. Because Biggie's saying it. Oh, okay. Kat knew what she was doing. I think production set that up, and Stunna Girl and Kat did say that production set that up. And I tried to do the live stream. I tried to do was like a behind the scenes, like the Instagram type of stuff, because Stunna Girl was dropping some tea, Kat was dropping some tea, Scotty was dropping some tea, and Sky was dropping some tea. And I was trying to go over that so that you guys could, like, you know, because nobody got time to be like sitting on Instagram and shit all day. At least, you know, if you ain't getting paid for it like I am. So I was gonna bring that to y'all. Let me know if y'all still want that live stream, because I could definitely still do that. I was just really tired from trying to do the last live stream, and my anxiety was getting to me, and then the copyright, it was so annoying. Did you already talk about how Razor got the fight started with Stunna? Like, leave that young girl alone. She don't want to change. Yeah, I talked about that in my last review. Did you catch it? I uploaded it yesterday. I'm rooting for Kat, but if she's gonna jump in, she should have hit them with the shoe. Yeah, that's the thing. Kat, even on her season of Bad Girls Club, she wasn't with the jumping. So I mean, you're consistent in, like, you know, what you stand for, but it's just like, girl, you didn't come through with it. Oh my God, y'all. Let me tell y'all, my neighbor, they sit there and they blow the horn like all day, like for 10 minutes straight, they'll just blow the horn. Like, why are we doing this? Like, you see what I'm saying? I'm glad it's about time for me to go, because why are we just sitting in the car blowing the horn? She totally missed her. She just pushed her and she was cut her y'all. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, at first I was like, she completely missed. At first, I was like, she completely missed. Then somebody sent me like a slow-mo where she did. I think I'm gonna have to go, y'all, because I don't know what the. All right, I feel like, you know what? Somebody playing with me. Let me say this. Let me go. Let me tell y'all, they just got a card with their tax return. So it's like, I don't know if they just excited. Like, I remember back in the day, I used to be excited too. When my taxes hit, I got me a card. But damn. That's what I'm saying. How they listen to me talk. No, what I was saying is like, initially I was like, nah, she missed. But somebody did send me a slow-mo, and it's like, she did hit her with like maybe like her last two fingers and like the open part of her I can't explain it without showing it to y'all, but it's like a swipe hit, like she swiped and hit, and it looked like her ring went into and down through like the inside of her nose or whatever. So with that being said, she definitely, I ain't saying like she like rocked her like Stunner was beat up, but Stunner definitely was like that really caught her like not off guard. It did catch off guard a little bit, but I'm just saying like Stunner was really like, damn, did that really just happen? Like you really just like bopped the inside of my nose like that, because Stunner flew back in that chair, and then afterwards, like she wouldn't even face the camera. She was like, "What the fuck?" But yeah, I wonder when Scotty versus Natalie is too, because Scotty. That's the thing. I'm gonna just have to do a live stream about all the stuff going on, because Scotty did a live stream about how Natalie wasn't really with her during the time that they were in the house. It was more so she was with Lo and Razor. But yeah, I do agree, Sharonda. I get that. But I am gonna go, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and head to Starbucks. I was supposed to be off in 30 minutes, and I gave y'all an extra 30. So I enjoy being on live with you guys, the lunchtime live. I probably will do this again in the future around this time. But yeah, let me know what you guys after you get off the live chat, go into the actual comments of the video and let me know what y'all want me to do other than like the reviews. Like, what else do y'all want me to talk about on the channel? Thank you. Bye, guys. Bye. I'll talk to you guys in the next video.